cry for you tonight. How'd that first half feel, especially with 18 and just 20 minutes of play?
I mean, it obviously feels good, I think, for me, just playing with confidence. We're missing people, so everyone's got to do a little bit extra, be a little bit more aggressive offensively. So that was my mindset going in, and obviously it feels good to see the ball go through the net.
I'm into tonight kind of expecting to play darn near the whole game, just with the injury situation and then the personnel available.
Damn, you played 37 minutes.
I mean, you played a lot too, Kels. What did you play? 35. I mean, yeah, we're down people, so gotta suck it up, play a little tired a few minutes, and take in those timeouts as best we can. But yeah, I mean, we're down people, so everyone's got to do a little more.
Yeah. For you offensively, was the plan to kind of try and get some looks inside early to get yourself going and then start working from the outside, or is that just kind of how the game set itself up?
Just to read the defense, you know. I think I got some really good passes on the back cuts, and that's a testament to my teammates, you know, finding me, but keeping moving, just reading whatever they're given.
That's not the sound of a hero. I was there. I saw it happen. I've been in locker rooms just like this one, and I can tell you exactly what that is. That's the sound of a player finally breaking. That's a cry for help, disguised as toughness. Lexie Hull just had the game of her life, a career-high night that should have been a celebration. But it wasn't. It was a symptom of a sickness that's rotting the Indiana Fever from the inside out. They're celebrating her for being a warrior, but what they're really doing is sacrificing her. And I've seen this story before. It never ever ends well. You're being told a story about resilience, about a young player stepping up when her team needed her most, but that's not the real story. The real story is about betrayal, about an organization so broken that it's willing to run its last healthy players into the ground just to stay afloat. Tonight we're going to expose the brutal truth behind Lexie Hull's career night and reveal why her heartbreaking words are a warning that every single player in this league needs to hear. This isn't about one game. It's about a pattern of negligence that is putting careers and people at risk. On the surface, everything looked incredible. Lexie Hull was on fire. She dropped 23 points, shooting with a confidence we haven't seen from her all season. She had 18 of those points by halftime, basically carrying the entire offense on her back while the team tried to survive. She was aggressive, she was hunting for her shot, and for a moment it felt like she could single-handedly will this broken team to a victory. She played with a fire, an energy that was contagious. She was everything you want a player to be in a crisis. But that's where the fairy tale ends and the nightmare begins. You have to ask the question they don't want you to answer. Why did she have to do that? Why did one player have to put the entire franchise on her shoulders? The answer is terrifying. It's because the Indiana Fever are in a catastrophic, full-blown meltdown. Before the game even started, they were already down 4 key players. Caitlin Clark, sidelined with a mysterious groin injury since mid-July, Sophie Cunningham, gone for the season with a torn MCL, Sydney Colson, a devastating ACL tear, and Ari McDonald, shut down with a foot injury. 4 rotation players, just gone. In the pros, that's a disaster. It's a hole no team can just patch up and pretend everything is fine. But for the Fever, it was about to get so much worse. This wasn't just bad luck. This was a rolling catastrophe. And it tells you everything you need to know about the environment these players are being forced to endure. Just before the game, during warm-ups, another player went down.
You want to play Lexie 40 minutes. How can you handle the wing without Chloe tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're gonna have to do it by committee. You know, Bree Turner can guard 5 positions, so she'll be out there defensively. You know, we've got to try to manipulate lineups a little bit more to figure out who we can stretch the floor with. So, you know, probably on the floor at the same time as Dee in a lot of things that we do. But you know, again, if it's not going to be space in the floor in the half court, we've got to be able to get our defense to create some offensive transition opportunities. That doesn't always have to be steals for scores, but we've got to get missed shots that allow us to get out, run out, and try to create some things in transition.
In addition to the injury report, just when did that injury happen, or do you know the severity at this point?
Felt something during pregame, and so holding her out as a precaution. We don't know anything, so hopefully we'll get some more information tomorrow when she can be seen.
Had she been dealing with any soreness or anything like that in previous days, the week leading up to tonight?
Yeah, I think everybody's dealing with soreness at this point in the year. But yeah, I had been dealing with a little bit of knee soreness, and again, just, you know, want to make sure that we're cautious and figure out what's going on before she gets out there.
Felt something during pregame, we don't know anything. Let me translate that from coach speak into reality. That means chaos. That means your pregame preparation, your entire strategy, is shredded just minutes before you take the court. As a player, That sends a shockwave of instability through the locker room. You start looking around, wondering who's next. You start questioning everything. Is the training staff doing their job? Is the coaching staff pushing people too hard? Or is the whole organization just cursed? When your own coach's response is a shrug and an "I don't know," it feels like you're completely on your own. So with Chloe Bibby now out, Lexie Hull knew the pressure was on. She was the only regular wing player left standing. Think about that. An entire position group wiped out. The weight on her shoulders was already immense. She went out there and played like a woman possessed because she absolutely knew that there was no one else. No help was coming. And then, in the middle of the game, the unthinkable happened again. The crisis deepened right there on the court. Odyssey Sims, the veteran point guard trying to hold the backcourt together, left the game and never returned. And when the coach was asked what happened, the answer was just as chilling as before.
What do you know about Odyssey after I think she left the game and didn't return? Is she injured? What's up with that?
Yeah, no, we don't know anything yet. She's going to get evaluated tomorrow, so we'll see.
Lexie Hull tonight, career high for her, just especially effective there early on. What were you seeing from her performance?
She was aggressive. I mean, she was hunting shots. She was aggressive to the rim. You know, she knew we needed another scorer on the floor, and because of the attention that Kelsey and AB get, she was getting free and she was hunting shots, and that's what we're going to need from her.
You obviously mentioned just now how you guys want to make those lulls obviously not
shorter.
As bad. Just what can the team do on the floor? What can you guys as a coaching staff do in the moment to kind of break those up?
Yeah, I mean, some of it's timeouts. Some of it's substitution matchups, although we don't have a lot of those, and some of it's just attention to detail. I mean, championship teams, their attention to detail throughout the course of 40 minutes is there for the most part, and we're learning how to do that.
We don't know anything yet. Again, the same exact response. That's not a coincidence, that's a pattern. I was there. I've seen coaches who are dialed in, who know every single thing about their players' health. And I've seen coaches who are overwhelmed, who are just trying to survive the press conference. This sounds like the latter. This is the sound of an organization that has no answers because it's not in control. It suggests a fundamental breakdown in communication and a shocking lack of awareness about the physical state of the very athletes they are responsible for protecting. This is the context for Lexie Hull's hero game. It wasn't a choice, it was a necessity born from desperation. She had to play nearly 37 minutes because there was literally no one else to take her spot. She had to be more aggressive because the team's structure had completely disintegrated. She had to suck it up because the organization had failed so profoundly that her only options were to risk exhaustion and injury or watch her team get blown out. She was being a good teammate, a loyal soldier, but the organization was using that loyalty, pushing her past her limits because they had no other plan. And if you want to know how alone she really is out there, just look at what happened when she took a vicious elbow to the face from Kayla McBride. It was a hard, brutal shot. In a healthy locker room, on a team that truly protects its own, that moment ignites a fire. Players rush in. There's a message sent. You don't do that to our players. I was there. I saw it happen 100 times. It's about loyalty. It's about having each other's backs. But on the fever, Aaliyah Boston, one of the team's leaders, was caught on camera simply covering her mouth in shock. No retaliation, no defense, just watching. Fans were outraged, with one commenting, "Lexie Hull's teammates do absolutely nothing as she is viciously elbowed." And they were right to be. It was a moment that exposed the truth. Lexie isn't just carrying the team with her play, she's enduring the physical abuse all by herself too. This all leads back to the person in charge, the person whose job it is to manage the chaos, to protect the players, and to have a plan. Head coach Stephanie White, after the game, after watching her team fall apart, after losing 2 more players to injury, she gave a very emotional, very passionate defense of her team.
High for you tonight. How'd that first half feel, especially with 18 and just 20 minutes of play?
I mean, it obviously feels good, I think. For me, just playing with confidence. We're missing people, so everyone's got to do a little bit extra, be a little bit more aggressive offensively. So that was my mindset going in, and obviously it feels good to see the ball go through the net.
I'm into tonight kind of expecting to play darn near the whole game, just with the injury situation and the personnel available.
Damn, you played 37 minutes.
I mean, you played a lot too, Kels. When did you play? 35. I mean, yeah, we're down people, so gotta suck it up, play a little tired a few minutes, and take in those timeouts as best we can. But yeah, I mean, we're down people, so everyone's got to do a little more.
Yeah.
For you offensively, was the plan to kind of try and get some looks inside early to get yourself going and then start working from the outside, or is that just kind of how the game set itself up?
Just to read the defense, you know. I think I got some really good passes on the back cuts, and that's a testament to my teammates, you know, finding me, but keep moving, just reading whatever they're given.
These players bust their ass. They battle every single game. This is a special group of women, man. On the surface, it's a coach defending her players, and you want to believe it. You want to believe that heart and character are enough to withstand the storm. But I was there. I've been in front of those microphones. Sometimes when a coach praises the heart of their team, it's because they can't defend the strategy. They can't defend the results, and they can't defend the long list of injured players. It's a deflection. It's an emotional appeal to distract from the cold, hard facts. The team is broken, the coaching isn't adjusting, and the players are paying the price. The third quarter collapses have been a pattern all season. The team builds a lead, looks strong, and then gets completely dismantled after halftime, just like they did in this game. That's not on the player's heart. That's on coaching adjustments. That's on strategy. And when you look deeper, the picture gets even more concerning. This is a coach who has been fined by the WNBA for her public criticism of officials, and there are even whispers and rumors circulating online of deeper issues, including allegations of a lack of focus that has left the team without leadership at crucial times. So when you hear that passionate speech, you have to weigh it against the evidence of 6 injured players, the evidence of repeated halftime collapses, the evidence of a coach who twice in one night said she had no idea what was wrong with her own players. The passion is real, I'm sure, but it feels like the passion of someone who knows they're in over their head, watching it all slip away. And that brings us back to Lexie Hull, the victim in all of this, the one who is being praised for her sacrifice, when that sacrifice is something she should never have been asked to make. When she finally spoke, the truth of her situation, the pain behind the performance, it all came out. We're missing people, so everyone's got to do a little bit extra, be a little bit more aggressive offensively, gotta suck it up, play a little tired, a little bit extra, a little tired. That is professional athlete code for I am running on fumes, and I am being asked to risk my body because of failures that are not my own. She's not just tired, she's being pushed into a danger zone. Every minute she's on the court past the point of exhaustion, she becomes more vulnerable to the exact kind of season-ending injuries that have already devastated her team. This wasn't a career night, it was a warning flare. It was the sight of one player trying to plug a dozen holes in a sinking ship. The organization is celebrating her for it, but what they should be doing is apologizing to her. They've put her in an impossible, unsustainable, and dangerous position. Her loyalty and her talent are being used to cover up a crisis of incompetence, and she's not the only one. How many more players have to get hurt before something changes? How many more times will the coach say, "I don't know," before the front office is held accountable? Lexie Hull was the hero of the night, but she is on a path to becoming the 7th victim of this disaster. Her body can only suck it up for so long before it breaks. I was there. I saw it happen to good people and great players whose careers were cut short because they were too loyal to organizations that didn't deserve it. The real tragedy is that this might not even be the darkest secret the Fever are hiding this season. We've seen player after player go down, all while the organization offers vague timelines and non-answers. And we haven't even touched on the biggest mystery of all, the conflicting stories and the swirling conspiracy around what really happened to their biggest star, Caitlin Clark. But that's a story for another night. For now, the question is about Lexie Hull. Is she the savior of this team, or is she just the next sacrifice?